Nice, and to be fair, that Costa as well, the new player, come in and he was,
within 10 minutes he just scored his first goal.
Yeah,
and the fan just went boom.
I think Ange is going to bring to the attacking qualities of Al Nassr.
Yeah,
it's the fact that they will have 8, 9, 10 opportunities.
Yep.
Sometimes throughout a game and sometimes in a half. Ronaldo is the person who wants to be on the end of that.
Yes. Waiting from Ittihad to do good in the first game, that was very bad. Al-Qadsiya is booming, man. Al-Qadsiya is a very good players, very good team. It's probably gonna be a big score, man. I don't know. I'm going for it's either 4-0 for Al-Qadsiya, or they're gonna be easy on them. It's gonna just be 2-0. But let's say, and trust me, I'm going for 4-0.
4-0.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Al Majlis podcast powered by Koora Break. Please remember to like and subscribe and follow all the channels for more information. This week I'm joined by Dean and Mulham as we discuss this week's events in the footballing world. How are we, guys? You okay?
It's good. It's good to be back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very good,
Dean,
thank you for having me.
Yeah,
my first time on the show.
Coming. Thanks for coming, debut. You've got the full suit out ready for it as well.
Thought I'd make an effort.
A good weekend for you both. So obviously, Mulham, you made it very clear last week you're an Al Nassr fan.
It's a good start. Good start.
And for Dean is unfortunately an Arsenal fan. So there seems to be quite a lot of English expats here that are Arsenal fans. But again, a great weekend for you guys as well.
Wasn't expecting it, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I think we had a bit of a rocky pre-season, but I think it was a good sort of parameter and seeing where we are going into the new season and to get 3-0 up against City. Another trophy under our belt. So
congrats.
Can't ask for any more.
Are we calling it a trophy now?
It's definitely a trophy. Take them all.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, look, to go on to that point before we go into the SPL, I mean, 30 seconds in and you're 1-0 up. Like, it doesn't really start much right, as you say, especially because in the pre-season it's been very shaky, back four has been very, risky. So to actually have that game yesterday prior to the league starting, it helps, right? And it probably fills you with confidence as a fan.
Yeah, look, to be fair, we looked very comfortable in that game. And, historically we played City. Look what happened in the league last season. We ended up, losing a key game, although we managed to recover it.
Yeah.
So, it's very rare that we get a sort of convincing win like that against City. So, can't complain.
Yeah. And Bruno?
Big Bruno.
Happy?
Very happy with that signing. And I think for 75 million in the current transfer market, it's a bit of a steal, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it was quite interesting yesterday, come off at half time and Declan Rice come on. And we spoke about last week, like Declan Rice, the engine he was last season, he might not be able to sustain that this season.
Yeah, no, in fairness, he definitely needed a break.
Yeah.
And I think now, if you look at the depth of that midfield particularly, we had Zumamendi, Mourinho on the bench, 2 World Cup winners.
Yeah.
And the depth there, we've got Miles Skelly performing really well. So it's looking, there's a lot of positive signs going into the season.
Sticking on Lewis Skelly, red card or not?
Never.
I'm glad to see that the bias this is not going to change this season. But no, it was a very convincing win. I think, again, we spoke about it privately and on the pod last week, but Maresca, I don't know if he's not Pep, right? And anyone who takes the job after someone like Pep is going to struggle. But the players, are they going to buy into the methodology that he's trying to
They got used to
provide?
Guardiola. They got used to the way he played, the way he talked to the players. So coming up for a new coach, let's give it time. Let's see.
Yeah. Look, I think Maresca worked underneath Pep, right? So he obviously has a lot of his philosophy is based on what Pep has done.
Yeah.
And you guys faced it when Arsene Wenger left, right? It doesn't matter how many times, that person's worked under that person. It requires the certain stature of a man to build the belief into the players, I suppose. So for you, obviously, again, I'm sure you're hoping that they continue to struggle. But do you think that this is going to be a project?
I think it's difficult still early, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ultimately, there's a lot of players that are all coming back from the World Cup, so he's probably not had everyone available within the time frame he needs. But no, I agree. It's definitely going to be a transition. Same with when Wenger left Arsenal, Ferguson left United. you know, there was always a bit of a period, and obviously that's what they're familiar with, the players now.
True.
Yeah.
I'm sure Enzo was probably disappointed with, you know, yesterday.
Yeah.
And, you know, the fact that it was quite convincing in Arsenal's favour. But, you know, I think the real test is going to be this coming weekend, isn't it?
Of course.
When the Premier League kicks off.
Also, losing two major players, let's say Reindeers and
Rodri as well.
Rodri.
Yeah.
Man, the midfield now is like, you have a gap now in Man City.
Plus you got Silva left.
Yeah.
Stones, they've got a lot of experience. They've been, you know, integral to that team over the last 10 years or so.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out.
And obviously, again, we've spoke privately about the pre-season for Arsenal, said it might need a few more players. But after that yesterday, do you think that you'll be okay this season?
I think, you know, to be fair, that Solis,
Yeah.
I think he's been an absolute find. I think he's all 6 assists
Yeah.
already. You know, he's just slotted into that team perfectly. And I think there was obviously concerns around that left midfield winger role and who would be sort of the key man this year. But I still believe we need a striker, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Havertz has been, you know, he technically is brilliant. And I think, Victor, you know, although he got, 21, 22 goals last season, all comps, but
He did good, that was good.
we don't have that 30-goal Premier League striker. And I think that's, if we're going to make an investment before the end of the transfer window, I think that's the place we need to focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, moving away from, I don't want to speak about Arsenal much more, but moving on to the SPL, so obviously the opening weekend, we was lucky to attend 2 games, Daraya Al Ahly.
Amazing.
And Al Nassr versus Al Fateh. So, I mean, again, great start to the season. And just proved me wrong from the off, because everyone I've spoke to, I've said, he'll score you loads of goals, but you're going to concede as well. And a 3-0 convincing win. So, I've already texted a few people and said, maybe he will keep some clean sheets this year. And I might have to change my fantasy up as well, because I think I left all the Al Nassr players to the front and didn't put anyone in defence or the goalkeeper. But what was your thoughts on it?
No surprise, Al Nassr did good. They started very strong. You remember I told you last episode, I think, maybe the Ronaldo on the bench, starting with the whole young players, they did push, they did pressure on the other team. They had 8 or 9 chances in the first half. They did good. Ange surprised us all by the midfield, especially with no Brozovic. He did well. Angelo did a great game.
Yeah.
Al Nassr should have scored more than 3. It was a great game, a great opening for the season, conceding no goals, being on top of the league now. That's a good start for Al Nassr.
Yeah, nice. And to be fair, that Costa as well, the new player, come in and he was,
within 10 minutes he just scored his first goal.
Yeah.
And the fan just went boom. Yeah. You were in the stadium, you heard that.
The stadium was very nice. Was crazy, which again, obviously is a dream debut for him, no doubt, and obviously settles him in.
Yeah.
And obviously, Ronaldo sitting in the stands, I'm sure, that's a game he would want to be playing in, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I think Ange is going to bring to the attacking qualities of Al Nassr.
Yeah.
It's the fact that they will have 8, 9, 10 opportunities.
Yep.
Sometimes throughout a game and sometimes in a half. Ronaldo is the person who wants to be on the end of that.
Yes.
Do you think, obviously last week you spoke about the strategy of what could be done. Do you see Ronaldo being able to fit into the team, based on how you see on Saturday?
Definitely. If Ronaldo was in the last game as they played, he could have scored more. He could have scored. Abdullah Hamdan did play well, but didn't score. Yeah. He lost so many chances, like 2 or 3 chances he lost. Ronaldo could have scored them. Yeah. Ronaldo's a scoring machine, man.
Yeah.
He's been with Al Nassr for 3-4 seasons now. He knows how to receive the ball. He knows where to be standing, especially now 3-4 players on the sides delivering ball. They learned from last season mistake. Bringing Costa now, knows exactly how Ronaldo plays. Same country, same. Yeah. He's an idol for him.
Yeah.
So Al Nassr will be different this year, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, I think the other team I said about was Qadsiya. I think Qadsiya will have a really strong season, and again they started off really well. And then obviously the culprits that we spoke about also in Al Ahly, Al Ittihad, and also Hilal. You know, Hilal is one to speak about because there was a few.
As always, man, nothing new. Al Hilal won like 4-2 with having 3 penalties. You know, it's known here in Saudi Arabia that Hilal is the referee team, you know, always winning by referees' help and stuff. But I don't see it this way, of course. Al Hilal deserved all 3 penalties.
Yeah.
He played well, he earned them. And it's a good win for them, even though they conceded 2 goals. But it's the first game of the season, man.
Yeah.
That pressure on the players and the coach and the new arrivals.
Yeah.
And Somerville, man, what a player.
Yeah.
Al Hilal player, what a player, man. The Dutch player, man. Very nice game.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, Somerville was a important. Yeah, didn't do much last season for West Ham, but he was an important part to them being in and amongst it at the end of the season. You know, like he was a real, he's a real star for them. And I will throw it out there as we're both from close to where West Ham are based. So it was nice to see Burnley grab 2 late goals on the weekend for me. Anyway, I was on the phone to my brother-in-law last night and gave him some stick. So yeah, I'll keep that in there for him to watch. But yeah, no, look, I mean, again, it was an exciting weekend of football, both from, you know, obviously the Community Shield and the SPL. I kind of want to change the topic slightly for this episode. And Dean, obviously you've lived in places across the Middle East. Obviously you're from the Middle East and have lived in Saudi for a long time now. Obviously we've seen this summer especially, like the signings that have gone to Turkey. So, you know, you've got Lukaku, you've got Vlahovic, you've got Trossard. Then you've got the main one in Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah is obviously, you know, a massive star in the region. I'd be quite interested to discuss, you know, geographically, the MENA region now is really attracting people and players. And there are, you know, some elements of money is involved, but also lifestyle, you know, for the family, for everyone that's involved.
True.
You're now seeing, you know, Egypt. We hosted the Egyptian Cup 2 or 3 seasons ago now. The fan base, they were wild, they were crazy.
True.
Obviously living in Dubai, you've seen a lot of the, you know, you'd have like Ronaldinho play a game there, or, you know, a lot of the ex-stars, exhibitions. And now in Dubai, there's a lot of, you know, ex-talent that is there. Pirlo's managing, Iniesta's managing, Stephen Taylor was a Prem defender. You've got Matt Loughton, who was a Prem defender. You know, they're both there coaching and working their way up. So in the region, obviously we've got our Champions League, UEFA Champions League. You know the AFC Champions League.
Yeah.
But is there an argument to say that we should maybe be looking at something for the MENA region?
We hope so. There is, but it's not a league. There's a cup, but it's not official at the FIFA yet. They played it like a couple of years ago. It's called the Arab Cup.
Yeah.
They bring like some teams from best Arab countries, and they made a knockout system tournament. But yeah, speaking of making a league that will like also give the national teams a good push to take players from.
Yeah.
It will make the whole region connect more, have a good league. And I'm rooting for this. I hope this could happen one day.
Yeah. And then obviously for us, like, we're used to the traveling, you know, maybe 2 hours to Madrid or whatever, but obviously here, Saudi will go to Japan, you know, which is obviously quite a way. So what do you think about a regionalizing the, you know, a competition?
Yeah, I think there's definitely some merit to it. As you say, there's huge fan bases, particularly here in Saudi Arabia, Turkey as well. You know, if you go to places like Istanbul, you know, you've got Galatasaray, Besiktas, you know, multiple clubs out of all of the major cities.
Yeah.
And as you say, it's becoming more and more attractive for a lot of the big names to go and relocate to these places. I think in terms of, it probably makes it a little bit more competitive as well if you was to look at that as a region, because it's fair to say the Turkish sides, okay, they're always difficult, particularly away from home. But, you know, as we've, you know, the likelihood of them actually, you know, going on and competing, you know, in terms of the knockout stages is fairly slim, isn't it? Yeah. I think, you know, if you look at the sort of the Arab countries and let's say clubs, you know, like Saudi, be a part of the sort of the wider Asian Cups and the sort of the other sort of competitions that are going on, it's probably, there's a lot of cultural sort of, similarities
True,
as well.
true.
Big fan base. And I think, it'd be really interesting to see whether that's something they want to sort of explore.
The only problem I think is going to be the time to create a new league while every team, or let's say the top 4 teams, they have like Champions League, they have the King's Cup in Saudi Arabia, they have the league itself. Yeah, and also some players will go for the national team. I think it's going to be tough now implementing a new league, but it's definitely a great idea that will help improve the all MENA Football Association.
I think with that, look, again, we done some research, and like the last time that a Turkish team won any UEFA competition was like back in 1999.
Yeah, I think so.
So obviously within that, and that was Galatasaray, and again, obviously they have history before that. But as you say, whilst it's a tough away place to go in your match day 3 or your match day 4 of what the old style Champions League or Europa League, it's not somewhere that come the semi-final you're not as worried about a Turkish team, and again that's probably not the right feeling to have, because again with the attraction of these players coming in, it's not the right attraction to have. So in my opinion, I mean, again, I would almost be looking at removing the Turkish teams from the UEFA competitions, removing the Saudi teams from the AFC, the UAE teams from AFC, and just building like a regionalized, competition. One, there's commercial rights. It would be, absolutely amazing to look at for the countries here. But again, you've got, say, like your Zamalek, your Al Ahlis of Egypt. You've got Kuwait that obviously again has a
Morocco, Algeria. They have very good teams, very big fan base, especially here.
And they probably get overlooked slightly because of they're not a Real Madrid, they're not an Arsenal, they're not a Chelsea, they're not a Man United, Barcelona, whatever. So again, like when you get that overlook, it's maybe creating something in the region that is going to overtake, the viewership here.
Yeah.
Again, I'm sure that there's a few more. I'm probably making it sound a bit easier than it really is.
I think there's a lot of the infrastructure's there as well, isn't there? Obviously Saudi with 2034, there's obviously a big investment happening there.
True.
In terms of bringing the stadiums up to FIFA accreditation. But if you look in Morocco, they've got the Casablanca Stadium under construction.
Yes.
The Turkish stadiums, they've got huge capacity as well. So there's probably the demand's going to be there, isn't it? They're all footballing nations ultimately.
And again, like I'll ask you this question, having lived here for so long. Al Nassr versus Galatasaray.
Yeah.
You're going to want a ticket, right?
Of course, man. Of course. What a great game it will be, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the atmosphere.
Especially both teams have a very, very fan base, man.
Yeah.
Galatasaray, man, like I have some people here, they're not even from Turkey, but they love the team, man.
Yeah.
Especially from the players they bring.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, remember like a couple of years ago, they said they might bring some teams to the Champions League. Let's see, Al-Nasr maybe, Al-Hilal. Also, they did for the Copa America, they have some guests. Remember when Qatar played there?
Yes.
I wish FIFA will do more like this.
Yeah.
Well, they introduced the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah.
Which had been there with Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah.
Don't know how they won that one. But
Thank you.
Yeah.
But again, that hosted a lot of the big big clubs globally in their respective, the respective champions. But it's interesting because it's done like a coefficient system, based on how they performed in their respective sort of European or
within their league system.
True.
So they could sort of tie it in as an alternative to that as well, couldn't they? Or look at the frequency of it. Maybe it's every couple of years, and rather than it being every year, just to fit in with a wider. That's your concern, right? Obviously, the amount of games that they'll play.
Yeah, well, I think again, I'd be interested to again see people's opinions, even from the viewers, to really understand, is it something that the people here would want to see as well?
Of course, definitely.
Well, look, going to get into a slightly different segment in the show that we're going to be introducing throughout the season. Obviously, we've gone through our pre-season part now, but I would like to hear both of your opinions on some of the fixtures coming up this weekend. So we're going to start off, Dean, we're going to start off with you. So we're going to have Arsenal versus Coventry, champions versus champions, albeit Coventry were the league below. But what's your predictions for Friday night?
It's always a tricky one, isn't it? Because I think everyone's expecting, obviously, Arsenal to go and sort of be the dominant force against Coventry, but sometimes newly promoted sides playing the champions.
Yeah.
Frank Lampard's going to be, they're going to be really up for it, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I think my prediction is to be 3-0 Arsenal.
3-0.
I think we'll keep a clean sheet, and I think we'll score 3 goals.
Yeah.
Coming up to the league, the first league, it's a good thing. So I think the players are motivated. Also, Arsenal feel like the champion. They're going to take it easy on them. That's what I thought. I think it's going to be a tight game. It's like 1-1 or 0-0.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I like Arsenal. I love Arsenal, and you know this.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, there's two contrasts. I'm going to kind of sit in the middle, and I think it'll maybe be like a 2-0. I agree with you. I can see maybe a clean sheet being held, but I think that there's a little
Right.
Maybe not as confident as you are. But again, I would love your prediction to come through.
I always believe in the teams who just come up to the big leagues. They're gonna do well. I don't know. Let's see.
And the next team again. Well, I will start with you this time, Milan. So, Man City versus Bournemouth.
We spoke before. Man City, with the new coach, they lost some very important players in the midfield. I don't know what to say. Let's say also like 1-0 for Man City, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dino?
Yeah, Bournemouth, they're a tough side.
Yeah.
They've retained a lot of their team.
New manager though.
Got a new manager, but play some good football. Yeah, I think, I'm with you. I think they'll obviously rebound after the weekend. They got on the Community Shield as well. So I think they'll probably, maybe 2-1.
2-1?
City.
Yeah.
2-1.
Fair.
I'm going to do the opposite again from you both, and I'm going to say 2-2. I think there'll be goals. But I think Bournemouth will be again a surprise package again this season. And I don't know how long we can continue to say it's a surprise, but I think they're a team that
I believe so.
will continue to be up there. And again, the new manager, Marco Rose, is going to be interesting. And then the last game from the Prem, Dino, will come back to you. Newcastle-Liverpool.
So that's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah, definitely.
Newcastle have lost all of their key players, ultimately. Then you've got Liverpool that defensively have struggled. They've got Wirtz back, Isak. I think it's going to be 3-0 Liverpool, though.
3-0 Liverpool.
My prediction.
3-0 Liverpool.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's surprising. I don't know why, but I think it's going to be like also tied up. Yeah, both teams are going to play like safe. It's the opening. Let's see, both teams like lost some important players.
Yeah.
Let's say 1-1 also.
1-1.
Yeah, 1-1.
Okay, I'm going to sit at a 2-1. I think 2-1 Liverpool. I think it'll be one of them games that's really cagey, and Liverpool will just nick it at the end, and it will be undeserved, but they've done it for many years, and we'll just see them get 3 points over the line. And then last prediction, moving into SPL. So the game of the week for us this week is going to be Al-Qadsiya versus Al-Ittihad.
Oh yeah, man. I want this game. I want to watch this game. You see, I told you last episode, Al-Ittihad, I don't think he's going to do well, and it's shown in the first match.
Yeah.
They lost a penalty, they got a red card, they played really bad against Al-Khulud, with all due respect. It's not Al-Hilal, it's not Al-Ahli. Waiting from Al-Ittihad to do good in the first game, that was very bad. Al-Qadsiya is booming, man. Al-Qadsiya is a very good players, very good team. It's probably going to be a big score, man. I don't know. I'm going for it's either 4-0 for Al-Qadsiya, or they're going to be easy on them. It's going to just be 2-0. But let's say, and trust me, I'm going for 4-0.
4-0.
Yeah, Al-Qadsiya, man.
Dino, does that give you any inspiration for your...
I'm not going to be as optimistic as that, but I trust it.
Yeah.
Trust his verdict better than mine. I want to go with 2-0.
2-0. Al-Qadsiya have very good attacking teams. I don't know if Randy is going to play the newcomer.
Yeah.
If he played the midfield, giving all the balls away, man, there's Ritigi, Kinyunis, Turki Al-Ammar, by the way, is great game.
Yeah.
Even Ash-Shamat,
Yes.
best defender player in the last season. He scored the last game. Man, like القادسية, like I've seen the statics, they have like 16 shots.
Yeah.
What an attack, man. Let's hope for the 4-0.
Yeah. I'll sit in the middle and I'll go 3-0. I agree with you.
Fair enough.
If they turn up, it could be an absolute scorcher of a game.
Yeah, man.
And I think القادسية will be
Especially that Ittihad is like not on the usual track now.
Yeah, for
having
sure.
some troubles.
For sure. Well, again, look, guys, thanks for joining, and I'm looking forward to seeing
Thanks for having us.
our predictions are next week. And for viewers, feel free to leave your prediction in the comment section below whilst you're watching this. Thanks for joining us, and remember to follow all Koora Break platforms. Ma salama.
Thanks for having us.